Mike here in Amos 6. I was working on my truck. Woe to the complacent. These are to both houses that were split, house of Israel and Judah, but in the end, it goes to house of Israel again. Woe to you who are in a complacent in Zion, that's Jerusalem, and in the south, to you who feel secure in the Mount Samaria, that's the capital of the north, when they split. You notable men of the foremost nation to whom the people of Israel come. And then now he's talking about the nobles are going to go first to captivity. Go to Calne and look at it, and go from there to Hamath, and then go to down to Gath in Philistine around. Are they better off than you, two kingdoms? What I explained, the split of Israel. Is their land larger than yours? In other words, they're smaller, and yet you're going to go into captivity. You put off the evil day, talking to Israel, and bring near a reign of terror. You lie on beds and laid with ivory and lounge on couches. You dine on choice lambs and fattened calves. You strum away on your harps like David and improvise on musical instruments. You drink wine by the bowlful. In other words, drunk, and use drunkards, and use the finest lotions, but you do not grieve over the ruin of Joseph, Israel. Therefore you will be among the first to go, as I said, into exile. Your feasting and lounging will end. The sovereign Lord has sworn by himself. The Lord can swear. He's God. The Lord, just like it could be, has a right to have jealousy. He owns everything. The Lord God Almighty declares, I abhor the pride of Jacob, Israel. I detest his fortresses. I will deliver up the city that they went into Assyria and everything in it. If 10 men are left in one house, they too will die. And if a relative who is to burn the bodies comes to carry them off of the house and ask anyone still there, is anyone with you? And he says no, then he will say, hush, we must not mention the name of the Lord. I don't know what that means, but the context is we don't want to die more. I guess they're scared. But either way, nothing wrong. Some people say cremation, cremar, Latin, burn, Portuguese, cognate derivatives, to burn. Nothing wrong. Ashes you are, and ashes you shall return. God can raise anything up. Anyhow, people go on and on about something bad about being cremated in a body. No. For the Lord has given the command, and he will smash the great house into pieces. I told you, the two houses split of Israel, and the small house into bits. Well, also their houses, the great or small. Do horses run on the rocky crags? Does one plow there with oxen? But you have turned justice into poison and the fruit of righteousness into bitterness. You who rejoice in the conquest of Lo Labar. In other words, you conquest nothing. It means nothing. And say, did we not take Carmon, which means horn and strength, by our own strength? They say they took some kind of strength, someplace, whatever, by their own strength, but they actually took nothing, as I said earlier there. For the Lord God Almighty declares, I will stir up a nation against you now, O house of Israel. That was Assyria, okay? That will oppress you away from Lebo to Hamath and the valley of Arabah. And that was Assyria who came and took them off, and they did never come back. Like, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.